SeaSuckeer camera mount, having it placed on the sunroof. Also do a little review of the ZHP 2003 BMW 330i performance package, option code ZHP. Purchased the car in late 2006 with 28,000 miles on it. Still driving it 19 years later. It's not a daily, but still could be. Various maintenance throughout the life of it. You know, suspension upgrade or update, not upgrade. But there are Coney yellow shocks on it, struts. The brakes are now Hawk 5.0 with Brembo rotors. There's a Dynon cold air intake on it. Turner underdrive pulleys. Diamond strut brace. Runs on Bridgestone Potenza RE71s, so nice and sticky. Throughout the car's life, it's been on 3 different tracks: Mid-Ohio, Nelson Ledges, and Barber Motorsport. It's done well. Nut behind the wheel doesn't do as good as the car does, but she still performs nice. Always enjoyed the drive. 6-speed manual, as all the 2003 performance packages were. We do have the options of the heated seats on this. And the leather interior. Still have the Alcantara wheel. This one currently is a Kobe rewrap that was done probably about 10 years ago. Always use the gloves with it, keep it from balling up. We're just heading to Small Cars and Coffee today in Huntsville, Alabama, over on the Redstone Arsenal Gateway. It's a little beignet place, in shipping containers. So, kind of unique. We'll see what happens there. Getting onto the South Memorial Parkway. See, it's got a little power there. Not sure if you can see the tach in the speedometer, but she always does nice. Gear here at 60 miles an hour. Nice pull to it. A little bit of traffic here, so we'll just roll it out into 5th and wait for a spot going through. Some unique things I've done with the cars since purchasing it. Certified pre-owned. About 28,000 miles on it. I've kept track of every single tank gas that was ever put in it, as well as all the maintenance on it. I have a logbook in the glove compartment that's getting to its last pages, so I'll have to start a new one, maybe this year, maybe next. Up in Ohio, where it started, it was averaging about 33 miles to the gallon. When it was new, it was relatively flat up there. It spent time in southern Middle Tennessee, Manchester, Tennessee area, and then for the last 8-9 years it's been down here in Huntsville, Alabama. So, it was a daily driver when it relocated to Tennessee. Since it's in Tennessee, it moved into garage queen more. During the pandemic, I was on a ride up to Jack Daniel's distillery and a little bit more up in Tennessee, and I came out of Jack and had no more power steering. And the week after was the pandemic shutdown. So I didn't do anything for probably a year on it. And then needed to replace the power steering pump. The shaft had broken on the power steering pump, so the pump and the reservoir and some lines were replaced by myself at that time. This has been a shared maintenance since the beginning. The only people that have really worked on it is myself, BMW dealers, or tire stores that were related to Tire Rack. So, and all of the maintenance that's been done on it, for the most part, has been BMW OEM parts, unless there was something better to put in, like the Hawk brakes and the Coning Yellow shocks, some of the diamond stuff. But pretty much everything has been replaced with BMW OEM. It's been good. Nothing significant. I think I'm on the second coolant system refresh. In the last one I did the Stewart water pump, along with new components from BMW, as far as the expansion tank, some hoses, and of course you have to replace the little sensor when you replace the hoses. So it's all been good. We're getting relatively close to the Cars and Coffee now. Just kind of rambling on, so that you have something to listen to. It's the Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama here. You can see the Saturn V rocket in front of me here. There's another one that is horizontal in a museum that is in segments that you can walk underneath, and a lot of NASA history there. This guy really didn't need to do that to me. Redstone Arsenal Gate 9 entrance. The guard gates are a couple miles up. There's a lot of traffic coming in here in the morning, in the afternoon. It probably employs like 20,000 civilians here, so quite a big complex. Space Camp visitors. Space Force is now relocating there. There's also the old NASA facility, and as well as the U.S. Army arsenal. Very nice along the curves here. Doesn't have any problem with this. Stayed there very nicely for me. Let's see, this is kind of a small venue, so we'll see who shows up. We're 4 minutes early, and obviously there's beignets and brews, and it doesn't look like anybody else is here today. So we'll kind of hang out and see, and if nothing else, we'll grab some beignets and head back home. Thanks for staying with me. We'll see if we produce this. That Rocket City pub there, or City Tavern, is a pretty good place to eat to. I do see I'm not alone. There's a Duster here. Current mileage is 165,167, and all this has ever burned, for the most part, has been Shell V-powered. So we'll drop off now and see you later. Bye. It was a nice event. Grab some beignets to take home to share with the wife. It'll be good. Always use the M gloves with the Alcantara steering wheel. Keeps it from balling up. People think I'm crazy in the middle of the summer though. But I'm a little crazy anyhow. This is the U.S. Army Huntsville Redstone Arsenal Gateway. This is outside the gates, and some various different businesses here and restaurants. A couple of them there. Something going on here. This is called Ride Out Road, alias Race Out Road. It's like a 5-lane getting in and out of the arsenal. So, and this will jump right onto Interstate 565 that we came in. There's the officer sitting there still. Oh, that's the military police. Just a nice, comfortable drive. get the suspension refresh with new control arms, control arm bushings. Like I said earlier, the Coney yellow struts and shocks. New alternator a couple of years ago, probably from a spill from the power steering pump change. And it's on the third battery now. Being a 2003, there's no reset or anything with the battery like there is on more current ones. Headliner is sagging a little bit in the back. Did some repair to the C-pillars last year, and it's better than it was. It's far from perfect the way it was new, but time takes its toll on these things. You should be able to possibly see downtown Huntsville in front of us here. This is 231 to that exits to the right. That's the way we came down. It's also Memorial Parkway. You can take the US 231 all the way down to southern Alabama. We took it last week up into Murfreesboro. Did a video off of that. Went through some small towns and some nice country roads. Nice acceleration when needed. This dog getting some fresh air. Old antique shop there. The train roundhouse is to the right that we just went by. The Veterans Memorial's to the left that we just went by. We've got a jogger out here. There's a lot of living quarters down here. Different condos, apartments, and high rises. They're building some new ones. So Huntsville continues to grow. It's kind of unique. It started in the 60s with the build of the Gemini and Apollo rockets. And von Braun being the German scientist that brought all this together. So it's a lot of newer housing, so it's all in nice shape and very pleasant area to live. This downtown is very safe and walkable at night, and there's a lot of events here. You can see there's some apartments up there with the balconies and stuff, and one of the refurbished buildings in front of us. Parking garage off to the left here. And then there's a new hotel off to the right. That was its This is Big Spring Park on the right. Beautiful park on a different level. A lot of stairs going down to it, and a lot of water in the Big Spring Park. Very nice area. A lot of events there. This is New City Hall to the right, and Early Works for Kids Museum. A lot of action there going on with younger families and stuff. So always pretty nice. Again, a little bit of the speed on it. Don't do too bad. It's not the fastest car in the world, but it's always an enjoyment to drive. Plenty of power. Up here where the crane is Huntsville Hospital, doing another edition. A very large hospital, just took over another hospital in the area, so it takes up a couple city blocks here. Now it's being turned into more of the hospital. This was an old cool gas station to the left here that a couple of years ago went out of business this year. It was always good. Don't know what they're up to here. They're picking up something big, so I'm waiting for that thing to settle a little bit. Garbage, I guess. This Governor's Drive, it goes through the city to the right, to the left goes up over the mountain, and then all the way out into Gunnersville and beyond. So a nice through 5-lane road. Goes into Medium Parkway when you get out over the mountain. Nice drive. We're now on Whitesburg Drive, which is kind of a commercial residential mix, more commercial down here. And it does loop back into US 231 Memorial Parkway. A little bit of acceleration. Currently 50 degrees on Valentine's Day. So heavy rain expected overnight tonight and into tomorrow, but should be okay. Low threat of hail and tornadoes. How close to the red line. watching.